to Gaming Hot Takes, a series where I read your hottest takes about various video games. In today's video, we'll talk about one of the most divisive Pokemon games of all time, maybe the most divisive, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now, these games obviously are divisive for many reasons, which we'll get into with these hot takes, but with that said, let's see what you guys sent in for this week. The whole game was boring until it got to Area 0. Now, that I don't agree with because this game has a lot of fun moments. Yeah, there are stuff we'll get into, or there is stuff we'll get into with later hot takes, like the performance, but I didn't find it boring. Like, I don't think, you know, obviously the textures are kind of ass, but the game overall, like, you know, doing the stories and meeting the characters and catching the Pokemon was definitely fun. So, yeah, obviously Area Zero is a great part of the game, but I do not agree at all that the game was boring up until then. There is still a lot of fun moments, especially the whole Penny storyline. We'll get into that probably with another hot take here, but yeah, even though the game, you know, has issues, it for me was not boring until Area 0. I disagree here. Koraidon and Miraidon should have been evolutions for Cyclozar, and we should have been able to rematch gyms in Elite Four. So here's the thing, right? Regarding the rematching, there are other Pokemon games that don't let you rematch the gyms in Elite and or the gyms especially. So I'm not really surprised that also isn't really here. As far as Miraidon and Koraidon being evolutions for Cyclozar, I kind of agree, because they share similar, you know, bodies, obviously. But, I mean, there's probably other Pokemon out there in other generations that probably, you know, should be evolutions for other Pokemon, but aren't. So, I don't think it's that weird that they didn't make Cyclozar like a pre-Evo of the two legendaries here. So, yeah, but the rematch, again, is like, other games have done that, so I'm not really surprised. But yeah, I think I would have loved to see Cyclozar be a surprise, like, pre-Evo for these two, but I'm not, you know, that surprised that they didn't go through with that. Team Star was a disappointment for an Evo team. Kira needs to be slapped into having common sense, and Gita, even in the DLC, was a disappointing fight. So let's go step by step here, right? Team Star, I do think overall their presence, like, as an Evo team is definitely not one of the best, but their theme definitely slaps. And again, their whole story with Penny was one of my favorite parts of Scarlet and Violet. But yeah, I wouldn't put Team Star as like one of my favorite Evo teams of all time. Kieran though, I love the heel turn that they had in the second DLC for Scarlet and Violet. I like that they actually, you know, let him turn based on him, you know, not getting Ogerpon and him losing to your character. So I kind of like that. He was a dick though, but I did enjoy it because it added a lot to his character. I love the heel turn. And then Gita, if you saw my tier list before I ranked every champion, then you already know that I ranked Gita the lowest. She's not a bad champion by any means, but she's not that memorable. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's disappointing to me because, like, I probably expected it to be not that great again because of how, you know, mediocre her, like, actual champion fight is from the main game. So yeah, all good points here though. So, I agree about, Gita, and I don't agree so much about Kieran and Team Star. Enough said. Oh man, we finally got our first picture response to a Gaming Hot Takes video, so thank you whoever sent that in. But yeah, they're referencing obviously the you know, the game crashing, which happens a lot. We'll get into that more with the future hot take, I think, but yeah, I mean, here's the thing, there's lots of Switch games that have these crashing issues. Like Lego Star Wars for me crashes a lot. Splatoon will do that sometimes. So I'm not, you know, I wouldn't say it's that hot of a take that this game crashes because I think a lot of Switch 1 games definitely have their crashing issues. I guess Pokemon's probably just, for you, it's probably, you know, more often than others. But, yeah, not that surprising to me. It is the best, worst Pokemon game, I swear to God. I've been saying since completing the story, it feels like a really high quality steak like the Wagyu or whatever it is folks covet. But it's not cooked, not even a sear. The potential is so good and you know it's good, but they just didn't cook it so you can't fully enjoy it. I don't know how to interpret this. Like, I don't know, like, I'm trying to reread this right now and I'm trying to, like, understand what you're saying. I guess you're trying to say it's got some good and bad elements, like it's the best for certain reasons while also being one of the worst for certain reasons. I guess if I'm wrong and if you're this person, let me know in the comments what you mean here. But yeah, there are a lot of good things to like about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but also a lot of bad things like the performance, for example. But yeah, I'm still reading this. I'm trying to interpret this. So if that person doesn't respond here, and if you're watching this, just interpret this for me and post it in the comments, because I'm having a hard time, you know, knowing what they're saying here. It's long, tedious, and boring. The fights are too easy, half the NPCs are forgettable, and Team Star is just disappointing even more so than Team Yell or Team Skull is as an evil team, if you can even call them that. So in the first hot take I mentioned, I don't think it's boring at all. Like, yeah, you know, there are bad parts about it, but it's not a boring game to me. The fights are definitely on the easy side, I agree there. NPCs, like, it depends who you're talking about. Like, I think, a lot of the Academy people maybe kind of forgettable, like all the teachers. Penny, definitely not. Nimona and them, definitely not. So, the teachers are probably, like, up there for me. Team Star, also mentioned this earlier, I think they're definitely not the best evil team, because they don't have, like, those evil team ambitions, like, you know, capturing Pokemon, taking over the world. But, you know, I don't think every evil team needs to have that sort of mindset, right? Like that's why Team Skull felt so fresh and new, is because they didn't focus on world domination. They were just a bunch of thugs in masks or with bandanas on, just causing chaos and being like, you know, high school bullies kind of, and that was kind of fun. So yeah, I don't think every team needs to like have those ambitions of like, oh, destroy the world, like expand the ocean and capture the legendary Pokemon. Like that's why I think they actually should lean more into these kind of evil teams that, you know, are just kind of funny, goofy. Or they want to make it even better, like have an evil team, like an evil team, and then have like a Team Star team that's like, you know, bad as well, but, you know, turns good by the end and fights the evil team with you. That'd be kind of cool for Gen 10. But yeah, I agree with some of this stuff, but Team Star, I get what you're trying to say here, but I mean, I just love Team Star. They're not my favorite, but I do love them. Stop! Now she'll die a virgin. Stop! Stop it! Okay. Stop. Okay.
Stay the fuck in the fucking car!
Oh, fuck! That was a sneak peek of all the content that you might be missing out on by not becoming a YouTube member. When you're a YouTube member, you get so much bonus content, such as all my anime watch-throughs, classic content like old Twitch streams, movie watch-alongs, and more. So what are you waiting for? Hit the join button down below, pick the tier you want, and enjoy all the benefits that come with your YouTube membership. If you're already a member, thank you for your support, enjoy your benefits, and now let's get back into the video. Area Zero is a cool location, but honestly, the story bit itself just felt like a ton of pointless chit-chat to force a connection between the characters. That I kind of agree with. I think I would prefer that they had Penny and them interact a lot before you get to Area Zero, because a lot of that chitter-chatter does kind of feel forced, and like they're trying to make them like have a connection with each other. It is kind of cool to see them like, you know, talking about, you know, their families and their lives and their school memories. But yeah, I do kind of wish they had, like, you know, more interactions and, like, you know, cutscenes and stuff in the main game. Because I think that would have, like, you know, helped them feel more connected and would have helped, like, you know, like, the thread between them would have felt a lot more genuine versus just, like, you know, sort of tacked on just for the sake of, like, you know, having something to talk about during the Area Zero raid. So, yeah, I actually kind of agree here. Area Zero is my favorite area of the game. Immaculate atmosphere and music. Dude, I agree. I love Area Zero. That is like one of those times in Pokemon where they actually really, you know, do a great job of setting the tone and the atmosphere of the area that you're in. And like, they really make it like seem like you're in this huge like post-game story, you know, final battle sort of thing. So, yeah, I adore Area Zero. The song is so calming and so mystical, and it fills you with just, you know, sort of dread and also kind of mystique in terms of, what this area is like that you're exploring right now. So, yeah, I for sure agree with this hot take. Well, it's not really, it's not really a hot take. I mean, whatever, moving on. It has one of the best Pokemon soundtracks. Penny's theme is a top 5 song for me. Could not agree more. I think that is for sure the best part of these two games is the soundtrack. Toby Fox, like, was on some shit during this soundtrack because the Terror Raid theme is great, Penny's theme is great, the Team Star theme, Like, there are a lot of good bangers in here. Now, I will say it is not my favorite overall. It is probably top 5, like you, or, well, you said top 5 for Penny Song, but, like, in terms of, like, overall soundtracks, I think this game might definitely crack my top 5, but, you guys know I love Gen 5 too much. I can't put any OST above Gen 5's OST, but, Gen 9 definitely, like, even though it had some issues, which we'll get into, probably other hot takes here, the soundtrack is probably my favorite part of the entire game because they did a great job with it, and just a lot of bangers here, as you said, so definitely agree here. The absolutely trash performance ruins the game for me. I'm fine with bad textures, but just moving around in certain areas feels like a slug because the frame rate drops to like negative 20 FPS. So yeah, this was inevitable. We are gonna get hot takes of you know, performance issues in these games, and yeah, they don't run great. Like, you can tell they were rushed, they didn't really take their time with it, they didn't let it cook. And that's a shame, because I wish they did. Like, if we had time to cook with this game and actually, you know, made it look good and feel good to play, this could have been, like, a top 3 game for me in terms of Pokemon. Honestly, because the soundtrack is great, the story is great, the characters are good, but, like, they didn't make it a fun game to actually, you know, play, because just, you know, when you're in those forest areas especially, it is, like, the worst feeling. I gave up shiny hunting because of that. I was so excited because they made shiny hunting the easiest it's ever been in any Pokemon game. I was like, okay, you know what? I might actually go shiny hunting. And then I just, you know, I stopped so quick because I was in the area with the one Team Star base, if you know what I'm talking about. And that area just is horrible. It's like negative 5 FPS, if I'm being honest. But, yeah, it sucks. I do hope that Gen 10 and hopefully Legend ZA will get their time to, you know, cook and really make them run well, because I think they know that, you know, after Gen 9, they cannot do that again. We have Switch 2 now, so hopefully it's not going to happen ever again because we have better hardware, but, yeah, it didn't ruin the game for me, but this is one of those games where it did impact my experience. I still love these games overall. I do like them a lot, but, yeah, this is one of those games that definitely, the performance really did take away for me, or from it for me. But, yeah, I wouldn't say it ruined it for me. I really appreciate the auto battle feature and the fact that it's smart enough to not kill shinies. Oh yeah, that is definitely a good thing. That is the reason why I started shiny hunting, is because, again, they made shiny hunting fun and actually manageable and kind of easy. But again, that performance, like I said in the last hot take, just ruined it completely for me. I just gave up on it. But yeah, that is the big reason why, is because this auto battle feature, like, not having to battle every Pokemon and, like, you know, different battles and having those load screens all the time, that is definitely the best part of this, is that you can just, you know, send your Pokemon out, kill the non-shinies, and then you'll get the shiny eventually. So, yeah, I just wish performance would have been a lot better, because that feature really did make shiny hunting, actually really fun to do, in my opinion. So, I hope they keep that in, like, Legend ZA or Gen 10, because it is a really good feature. I actually enjoy making sandwiches in the game more than playing through the story. Alright, man, come on. Like, I kind of enjoy it too a little bit, but, like, over the entire story, no. If this was, like, Gen 6 or 8, then probably for sure, yeah, but, like, Gen 9 story was so great, man. I cannot see anybody agree. Well, some of you might agree with this. I don't know, if you're one. I did enjoy it, though. I did enjoy, you know, the whole sandwich, placing the topping stuff. That was fun, but over the story, especially Team Star's story, like, no, I'm sorry. I appreciate that you feel that way. I respect it, but, like, I can't agree here. But again, as always, to each their own. Alright, folks, and that is it for your Pokemon Scarlet and Violet hot takes. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have hot takes that you want to send in for a future video, then follow me on X, Twitter, X, Blue Sky, and on Discord, and I do plan to be on Reddit soon, so stay tuned for that, where I'll ask the hot takes there on the Reddit page, so stay tuned for that, because I didn't announce that, actually, until just now, so there you go. But hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you guys subscribe, ring the bell, and smash that like button for more amazing hot takes to come in the future. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, everybody.